I just realized that we're live and I just made some weird ass faces. Uh huh. Hang on, we're telling more people. Oh my god. This is amazing. I'm waving at people now. Hi. Are we getting them in? Go live. Ah, he the monkey boy.
I'm fucking waiting to join, and you're like, yeah, I made some weird faces. I was like, oh, better join the fun.
Yeah, I went live and I was just like, just waiting for it to load. I'm like, oh shit.
I was watching some of our old IGTV series for the interviews and stuff, and some of them, because I had to wait for the artist to come in, I'm just like sitting there and I'm like, I'm just fucking going in.
Oh man. All right. So,
Throwback Thursday.
Throwback Thursday,
Ooh.
hosted by ITM and Jerry.
Throw your back Thursday.
Ooh. Throw your back Thursday. Ooh. We're gonna have all the biddies in here throwing back their ass. Oh.
Every single one.
That for the Throwback Thursday.
Throw it back Thursday.
That'll be a once a month special.
Yeah. I don't think we're famous enough to be getting girls on our live shaking ass. One day maybe, but not today. not today.
Oh, okay. That was weird. All right.
Yeah, glitched out on you, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Instagram. What? Come grab what?
I don't know.
I don't know.
You walk and talk.
Just a direct deposit slip I had to grab. All right, let's get
All right. Throwback Thursday.
I can't watch it, Sandra. I'm on live.
So let's talk about. I feel like this generation of music is, well, the popular music is more, I would say, drug user music rather as old school like 90s rap would be drug dealer music. How you feel about that?
I think I agree. Like, if you listen to anything nowadays, it's not about, like, you may hear a line about, oh, I had to pack, but you hear more lines about, oh, I popped a pilly, or I'm drinking lean, or I smoked so much dope I'm up in the clouds, you know? And it's like we get it. You're a walking overdose, you know? Like, we get that you like to use drugs. Change it up a bit. That's how I feel sometimes listening to some of these newer age rappers.
Yeah, I'm with you. Like, obviously back then there was a lot of I would say people that were more influenced on the drug dealer side because of how they grew up. Like, I was just watching a documentary a little while ago about rappers from New York, and everyone they talked to was a drug dealer. So they have that drug dealer mentality, so they talk about it in their music. The people that our generation that's listening to stuff is all using it because the people before were talking about it, I think.
Yeah, I agree with that. I feel like I feel like what you would call an old head would know the cardinal rule of don't get high on your own supply. Whereas our generation now, we grew up. Let's take a step back again. In the 80s, 90s, they had coke, meth, heroin. They didn't have fentanyl. They didn't have the zombie drug flocka. They didn't have anybody mixing chemicals from underneath the sink and then selling it to everybody on their block. You know what I mean? And nowadays, I feel like that's what everybody our age or a little older than us and a little younger than us is doing. That's it. Like, I mean, I remember growing up, you could go get some weed and go home and never worry about it. You know what I mean? Now you go out, you don't even know if it's laced. You don't even know if he spritzed fentanyl on it just to add some weight to it. And you got kids overdosing just because he smoked a joint. And that's the sad part. And then all these kids are using drugs and they're becoming users before they decide, oh, well, I can sell this drug to support my habit. And that's the problem. Whereas most of the older guys, they had to sell at 7, 6, 8 years old. They were flipping crack on the corner. You know what I mean? And that's the difference. They weren't using. They purely sold and seen the money aspect and grew up watching the users. Where I feel as our generation, they don't care. If it's not crack, if it's not meth, if it's not heroin, I'm not a drug addict. I'm not doing anything bad. And that's the mentality for 2021, I feel like.
Yeah. There was something I heard. I think someone was talking to Jay-Z about it. But, Jay-Z has a kid or two now. And there was... Nope, you're buffering. What is going on here? Where's my camera?
Hello?
Hi.
Can you hear me?
Yep, we good. Alright, so,
It just came back on me. My Wi-Fi cut out.
oh shit. Alright, so, as I was saying, I saw something, Jay-Z has one or two kids now. There was, oh my goodness, this guy, your internet is so bad.
Tell me about it, bro. You're hearing it on your end?
Yeah, I'm hearing it, I'm seeing it. It's like they don't want me to talk about this. Instagram is censoring me. Jam lift.
Yo, this thing is glitching.
I know. Instagram is out here. They don't want me to talk about Jay-Z apparently.
I think it was the Bring It Back Thursdays.
Oh yeah, so
I heard
for the
girls shaking ass, and they were like, "Oh, we got to get in this live."
so third time, I saw something with someone was talking with Jay-Z. I think it was an interview,
Okay.
and the lady goes, "So your kid is eventually going to ask, what did you do before music?" And he's got to answer that. Anyone who knows anything about Jay-Z knows he was trapping back in New York.
Yeah, he was robbing warehouses, wasn't he?
He was selling. He was in a whole gang, so he was doing all sorts of shit.
Yeah, wasn't he in Hoover Gang or whatever?
I don't know the name, but that's that I think is a negative of the drug dealer music because future generations, either from your descent or someone else's descent, is gonna find this out and then think, oh, so he did that. I look up to him. It should be okay.
I agree with that 100%. Personally, I believe that there's a lot more to learn from those guys who got out and turned their whole life. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure Jay-Z still has mad connections in the criminal world. You know what I mean? It's just where he comes from. And if he ever wanted to do something dirty and behind closed doors, his name would never come back up because just having him as a partner or somebody in your team in the background is beneficial. So if he needs something done, I'm sure shit gets done for him. Um, at the end of the day, it's just about not being the guy that people look at as the guy selling dime bags on the corner, right? I guess the biggest thing to say that about is like, do you ever see the TV show Power? 50 Cent produced.
Yeah, it's that 50 Cent one.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. So they're on season 3 already, but season 1 is literally like that, like a guy like Jay-Z in that kind of limelight, and everybody looks at him, they all think he's this wealthy businessman black guy, but in reality he's New York's biggest drug dealer. Behind closed doors, he's murdering people, selling dope, doing it all still, but it's not him ever doing it anymore. He's the guy calling shots. He's calling 4 guys, and that 4th guy is telling Joey to go pick up a bag of weed. You know what I mean? So it all comes down to, I feel like nowadays, if they're still trapping, if they're still living that lifestyle, and like, I feel like somebody like Jay-Z wouldn't honestly tell his kid. I feel like those guys have learned the lessons, know how to hide it and whatnot. But I feel like somebody like Jay-Z would tell them, yeah, I was an idiot. But I don't think he would sit down and tell his kid, like, yeah, I used to be a gangster.
Yeah, but then there's that other thing where Jay-Z talks about his drug dealings in his music. So if his kids listen to his music, then they'll find out about that. Find out about it that way.
Yeah, you're right. I guess at this point, he can't really do anything but tell them the truth, thinking about it.
Yeah. I mean, like you said, he's way past all that. So, I mean, he would know like what what's wrong and what's right. He had to do what he had to do to get by at that point. But he would know to tell his kid or kids to, it's not a good idea. You don't need to do that.
Exactly, and I feel like they could, like goes back to it. I feel like this generation, people could learn better and more valuable lessons from listening to somebody saying, hey, instead of buying a $10,000 bag of blow and selling it on the street and making 15 grand, take that 10 grand and go invest in stocks like I did 20 years later. You know what I mean? Here's 3 stocks to get you started. You're not going to make a lot, but you'll make something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Even better, invest in yourself because you're your best.
I guess that's what the stock thing was. Invest in yourself, right? But I just threw out an idea so people who watched had something to grasp on, right? Because you can do anything, man. Look at us. Fuck, what were we doing before this, bro? Like nothing. I wasn't doing nothing. I was a punk kid doing exactly what Jay-Z and them were doing, trying to be that kid. Look where I'm at now. I never want to go back to that life. You know what I mean? I had to do what I had to do, and I did what I did because I wanted to. You know what I mean? And I stayed there because I wanted to. Now I'm here, and I'll never look back. Never would have thought I would have ever been doing this with you or Hunter or Devin or anybody. You know what I mean? Like, amazing. So it just believe in yourself is a big thing for sure.
But yeah. Oh yeah. You gotta, like, I was just a dude playing video games all day, going to work, going home, playing video games. And that was it. Then I ran into a buddy, ran into Aziz, found out he did music. I said, all right, let's start doing music. Help him out, help me out. I started doing music, loved it, loved the creativity that I could do with it, and then eventually ran into you, and then just got things rolling.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it was, man. Two like-minded people getting connected through outside. Like, I love hearing. One of the biggest things is connections, man. And learning what we've learned, I can honestly say connections are more valuable than the dollar, because I could go broke. This business could go bankrupt, but I almost positive locally, I have enough connections that if I really wanted to start something back up with you, we could, like that. You know what I mean? And that's the bonus of it. Yeah, we may have to go get a 9 to 5 to build income to start that project off, but at the end of the day, we're never going to lose those doors of people who believe in us now and see the potential in us, you know?
Yep, yep. So we've talked about the plus side and the downside of old music. What is the plus side of new music relating to a drug user because it's new music?
Well, like the new music, man, is completely all about using. It's about popping a pilly. It's about drinking that bottle of lean. It's about, you know, smoking so much dope you can't stand. And I feel like that's where these kids are getting that mentality of, yeah, I can go pop a pill or two and be fine. But what you don't understand is that guy who's singing about popping a pill, that's probably his 1 millionth pill popped. You know what I mean? Like, that guy's been doing it for 3 years, 4 years. It's not like he just started popping last night and he was like, I'm gonna make a song about popping T3s. Yeah, come on. You know, like, I feel like a lot of the reasons why kids and stuff are influenced by that and like the gang and stuff is because that's what these people are putting money with. You know what I mean? Like, as soon as I get $100,000, okay, I can carry four buddies with me, and I never have to throw a punch. But if I say go dummy that guy, they're gonna go dummy him and go to jail for me. You know? But then now you're hanging out with the wrong people, and that's when somebody hands you a bag of drugs and says, "For free, bro, take it." And then once you get hooked, that's when you're spending 20, 30, 40 grand a month on drugs, because you got the money coming in and you're not just buying for you, you're buying for your friends. You're getting them hooked. They're telling their friends. Now all these kids are watching 40 people on Instagram or Twitter or Facebook get high and rap about it, sing about it. And it's like, oh, so if I get high every day and start rapping, I'm going to become a millionaire too? Atlanta's going to call me up and say, hey, I got a record deal for you too? Like, I feel like that's the problem. Is that's why you got a lot of these kids coming up, getting dreads, going full out, getting the cornrows and doing the rap and never making it anywhere, because by the time they actually put out a good song, they're so addicted to the drug that they're hooked on that that's their life now.
Yep. And they put so much money into getting the drugs that they don't have any money to put into the music.
And then you got kids robbing and stealing to support both habits or one habit, telling themselves they're going to support the music, but they're supporting the other habit. And then they're in jail. What happens when you get out of jail? Now you're 18, 19, 20 years old. You can't even get a job because you shot somebody or you robbed somebody 6 times. You know what I mean? Like, or you got a drug trafficking charge. Who's going to hire a drug trafficker? No one. You know, like, that's the problem, man. I know more 19-year-old kids, 17-year-old kids nowadays that are locked up and in jail and think it's cool because when they get out, they're going to have clout, than it is to go to work and work a 9 to 5 and get $10,000 in 3 months. You know what I mean?
Yep. So that was that was
I'm
the
not a bad
negative.
influence, okay?
Yeah?
Just because I smoke marijuana does not mean I'm a bad influence, everybody.
There's
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to them. I'm telling them. I have a medical condition. The doctor said I'm allowed, okay? Leave me alone.
I call bullshit.
I'm gonna start rapping now, Brandon.
You gonna start rapping? I need a jam freestyle right now.
Yeah, yeah. I emptied the clip. Oh shit! I shot my nuts off like White Rabbit. Oh, I don't know the guy's name. Hey, wow, that shoots his dick off.
Cheddar Bob. Cheddar Bob.
Oh, it's Cheddar Bob. Damn.
I don't know how I remember that. I only watched the movie like 3 times.
I watched that movie a lot, actually. To be honest, that was a good movie.
It was. Shayna and
Yeah,
I
it was.
too.
It was a good movie. So that was the negative side of new rap. What's the positive side of it?
There really isn't. There really isn't, man. Like, look how many guys. Mac Miller, dead. Juice World, dead. And Juice World's not dead because of him. It wasn't him smuggling. It was. But Juice World is dead because none of his friends wanted to swallow a whole bunch of pills. That's it. They had lots of drugs on that plane. But Juice World's the one who had to swallow all the pills? Come on. Come on, bro. That's the guy making your bread and butter. If anything, you give it to the fucking guy who's the crackhead of the group. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that that's what you do. You don't do it. No, don't do it at all. But he's dead because of the people he chose to hang around, the people he called his friends, because of the decisions he made. You know, that he's not the only one. Look at half of these rappers. Look at not XXXTentacion was robbed, but that he stood up for himself, which I would do too. I'm not gonna give you my shit. You know what I mean? Like, I would probably end up dead too. I'm not gonna give you my stuff. Take it.
I would say X is my I would say X is one of my favorite new rappers.
I like him too. I definitely like him. I didn't like him when he was alive, and I didn't like him after he died. But recently, I've been listening to his music, and because of what I'm going through personally, I definitely connect with his music and his message. And you know what? I can't say there's no positive, because there is a little bit of positive. If you look, like NLE Choppa, the guy's was full on gang, did all that stuff, and it just could be because he's facing charges. But the last year and a half, he's been about plants, meditation. He started his own herbal line, his own herbal tea line or something like that, and he's been promoting that for the younger generation to try and bring up self-awareness, right? Just the other day, though, he's beating somebody up on Venice Beach. You know what I mean? Him and 4 of his friends are jumping one guy. Like, and Chopper got his shit clocked, bro. The guy waited. He had 3 guys come up behind him, and he watched Chopper and just waited for Chopper to swing so he could clock him on camera. You know, like, he wanted to hit Chopper. So as soon as he hit Chopper, Chopper's head went backward, bro, and 3 guys just jumped him. They brought him to the ground and beat him up, started kicking him and doing all this stuff. At the end of the day, what's that showing to the kids? You know what I mean? Why did you even have to get involved? Why did you have to even throw a punch? You have 4 guys with you that you already know are going to back you up and do whatever you want for you. Even if they go to jail, they know that you're rich enough, you're going to give them some money, take care of them, pay their bail, whatever it is, right? At the end of the day, why even get in it? Why show the younger generation, I can't be a bitch? Sometimes it's better to walk away. Sometimes it makes more sense to lose the battle today to win the war tomorrow, especially when it comes to business, man. And a lot of these guys don't realize that. They want it all to happen like this. And like, music nowadays, how many artists, Jay-Z, T.I., all these artists are telling kids not to have a record deal. You know, don't do a record deal. Independent. Russ, that's a big advocate for independency. At the end of the day, how much money are you owing after that record deal? Because if they give you $20 million to sign up with, guess what? You don't make a dollar until you pay back that $20 million plus the house they bought for your mom and the 6 cars they leased for you.
Yep.
So what's the point? At the end of the day, I feel like music nowadays is all about the 5 seconds of fame. I don't feel like it's about the longevity. And the only reason why there's longevity is because there's funny things that go on. You know what I mean? Like the baby. It's not just his music that's making him that way. That video of him doing that in North Carolina or whatever, or Charlottetown or whatever, he was doing that music video when he first came out, and the gang came up to him and said, "Yo, where's your hall pass?" And he was like, "I don't need no fucking pass. Get out of here." You know what I mean? Those little clips on the internet, the 5 seconds of fame that everybody's like, "Oh my God, he's such a badass." That's what's keeping him around. That's what's giving him $500,000 a show just to step on stage right now. It's not just the music. You know what I mean? Back in the day, you didn't have somebody catching you on camera every 5 seconds. If you dummied somebody in the street and you murdered him, you could walk away, and when they arrested your buddies, that's who took the rap. So you could still make money for the team. And that's how it was. And nowadays it's all about 5 seconds of fame. I don't feel like there's any positive to new music. I don't feel like there's ever gonna be another. I mean, maybe 5 years from now, because music's kind of taking that change to like what Russ is doing and Billie Eilish and stuff. I feel like hip hop will change again too. But I feel like hip hop isn't hip hop anymore. You know how hip hop had genres? Gangster rap, you know, our hip hop, all those different things. Well, the difference is now, because of people like NWA, because of groups like that, it's gangster rap. Hip hop is put in the category of gangster rap. If you're a hip hop artist, you're a gangster rapper. What's up, Brett? What's up, Yusuf? How you guys doing? Feel free to join in the conversation. Just so you guys are caught up, this is Throwback Thursday, held by ITM featuring Jam. So we're just talking about old school mixed with new school and the differences of the positive of old school back in the day, the positive of new school today, and the negatives. So far, we found some negatives with the old school, really good positives with the old school, though, hip hop. Now we kind of moved into from the 90s to the 2000s to today, and I'm just kind of saying I don't see any positive. Yusuf, what is your view on that? Because you're a producer in the local area. Oh, listen, Brittany, we love you too, okay? Send a request, Brittany, and Yusuf join the live.
Yeah.
We can have
do it now.
4 people on the live. Come join the combo. Thank you for watching, by the way, guys. Anyways, back to the thing. I don't see any positive. I don't see any positive. How about you?
I can see. It depends who you listen to, because obviously the popular music that everyone's going out and jamming to, blasting in their cars, saying this is hip hop, I don't see it as positive. But the outliers of it, like I would say people like I can't think of any off the top of my head, but I know there's some that they
Joined. Oh. Oh. What's up, beautiful? How you doing?
I seen you guys were doing this, so I thought maybe I'd join for once.
Yo, Brennan, what's up, buddy? What's up? This is Throwback Thursday, guys. Oh, look at all these people.
Oh my goodness!
Brady's joining. Yay!
Oh, there's so many people now.
I thought I could help you out there for a minute.
Yeah, you just brought us up to seven viewers. Awesome. Everybody's like, "Hi, Brett." Say hi, Brett.
That's when you know. Hi. Hey.
So
Easy.
So for everybody watching, this is Throwback Thursday. We just joined Brittany into the conversation, and this is hosted by In the Moment Entertainment. Go give them a follow. and I'm featuring in it. I'm Jam. What's up? But we're talking about old school hip hop, positives, negatives, compared to new school hip hop, positive and negatives. That's what topic we're on right now for Throwback Thursday.
So just because Brittany came in, I wanna throw the question to her. What do you see
What?
positive and negative of new school hip hop?
Everybody, listen up, listen up. This is the girl.
I listen to you guys. That's it. I mean, I like the old shit a lot better than the new shit because you can't really understand half of it.
Okay, so there's a negative to a positive.
Yeah.
And all of the new ones are overdosing.
I agree.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's about all I got about your music. I'm just here to listen.
Yo, JJ. What is this? Wait, is this JJ? Brennan Douglas. JJ.
Yeah.
Who's Brennan Douglas?
We used to, bro. You went to his house and threw up.
Oh, that's the Dresden kid. Yo, is that the kid who had the penis drawn on his face?
Yes, I drew a penis on Brennan's face at my party.
Okay. What's up, Brennan? How you doing, buddy?
You can't call him out like that.
Oh
Ow.
my goodness.
Bro, I made you chug your 60. Oh no. Yo, bro, I got so fucked up at this kid's house or somebody's house in Wallaceburg with Seb that I drank a whole bottle of Crown out of a funnel, and within half an hour, all these people were like drunk, and I was beside a toilet, kissing the bowl, just fucked up. Yeah.
Yeah. I got a call the next day. Yo, your boy literally just like threw up everywhere. I was like, yup, sounds about right. You had a great time though.
Yeah. Fucking, they tossed me in like a back room or a closet or something on a fucking, I don't even know what, pile of clothes or something. Put a bucket beside me. I don't even think I hit the bucket once, bro. I feel bad. Oh, I'm laughing, but I feel really bad, Brendan. I'm sorry. I don't know if it was your house or not, but I'm sorry, bro.
That's fucking hilarious.
Okay. Does anybody in here, fresh bottle of rum? He's like, I finished my bottle. You chug yours. I slammed the whole thing and was passed out an hour later. Yeah, that was us, bro. Oh, fuck. Yeah. Oh, some good times.
I'm out. It was beautiful to talk to you. I'll still watch, but I don't want to sit here anymore with my face camera.
Wow, Brittany, you're so rude.
All right, bye. Love you, boys. Make good choices and stay safe. I miss you.
Be good, okay?
We will. Bye.
Yeah.
Mwah.
All right. Anybody want to add? What is your opinion? Anybody want to come in, say an opinion? What is your thoughts on positives and negatives from old school to new school? Anybody want to come in? Just send a thumbs up in the comments and we'll send you an invite. Brandon, until then, what is your views?
So
Starting
yeah,
from that.
I can see some positives with the outliers, not the big popular people. There's the outliers kind of talk more about I would say the direction of hip hop is more going toward mental health these days, which is
Yeah,
a big,
I feel
big
that.
subject. So those people I can get behind because it's a big thing. So I would definitely say that's a positive.
And I think so too. Yo, I love how Brittany's on both of her accounts right now, and I don't know how.
iPad or a phone?
Yeah, she must have both because she's on her Finsta and she's on her regular one. I love it. She's showing so much support. That's my girl. Woo woo.
Yeah. I mean, I don't like new music. I'd rather listen to old music. I'm a lyricist. I like lyrics.
I do too. Actually, since I've gotten like around you more. Oh, and Brittany leaves as soon as I say that. Fuck. She's like, screw you. I find that before I met you, I was more into the booty bap, shooting guns, got bad bitches in the trap, like that kind of music. And since I've been doing this music thing, and I've kind of been able to listen to artists and like actually pinpoint and help people and know that like I do have a little knowledge behind what I'm saying, and like I'm learning every day as well as from you and from other people, that lyricism is a main mentality of a song. It can't just be the beat. Yeah, a lot of music is just the beat. And if you remember 2017, 2016, every song almost was literally a house party song.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't, it was a club song. Every song was that and you were just in the house going, yeah, and that's the time. And now it's all about the popping pills and doing the Xanax and drinking the blue.
Yeah.
It's a lot. And I feel like, yeah, it was predominant in the old school, but not as much. You didn't hear somebody, I'm sniffing 13 lines in a minute. Like nowadays, that would be a line in a song. Like that's the difference. Is back in the day, like you said, you heard drug dealer music. I sold somebody a kilo. Yeah, and that's how it went, and that's the line right there. Nowadays, it's how I went and bought a kilo, and I sniffed half of it. Now I owe the drug dealer $20,000 from to get killed, so I gotta shoot back. Bop bop. Like that's the music.
Yeah, like
that's a hit record right there, bro.
Bam, record that, screen record it, do what you want.
Brandon's like, I don't want no part of this. None. No part at all.
Send me the vocals, I'll make a beat.
I'm sitting here being an advocate against drugs. It makes me laugh every time. Hey, what's up? Oh, this is Natalia. What's up? How you doing, girl? And we got Kale the Rock, I want to say. Oh, we got Britt and we got Natalia. Natalia, we're just talking about, like, I don't know if you listen to a lot of it because you're from Colombia, but we're talking about American hip hop, like the Baby, Little Uzi, all of them type of people. So feel free to chime in if you want. Let us know if you know any positives, or even here you go, Urbano Latino, Bad Bunny, J Balvin. What kind of music is positive from like older music to now? I mean, you're not super old, but let's see what you have to say.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. And she gone.
Yeah, I think she took off as well. That's actually my ex-fiance's little sister.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. See, I like how you know everybody who's coming in, and I don't know anybody.
This is, I guess, because, man, like when I was 15, 16, like I told you, I was the kid who fit in everywhere, but I was never really accepted. You know what I mean? I just weaseled my way in there or forced my way in. I knew one person or I knew two people in a group of 10. So because I knew those two people, they would bring me around and I would just try and like and put myself in that group. So I'd always end up having to switch, right? So one minute I'm hanging out with these guys. Next week I'm hanging out with their enemies. The week after I'm hanging out with a mix of both of them, And sometimes I kept a good friend and sometimes I didn't. It's just how it went, right?
Yeah. So
Actually,
I give you
people I've never even seen at a show. Actually, I don't think I've seen one of these people at a show. No support. You're not a viewer, okay? You're just sitting here on the carpet beside me. That doesn't matter. You're not a viewer. My little sister's over here looking at me like, I've been to every show. Screw you.
Tell her to get on her phone. It helps.
I'm
Yeah.
playing a game. BJ is not that
Sorry,
important.
maybe one day. Don't worry, I'm gonna have you backstage. Which famous guy you wanna bang? We'll get you in a hotel with him, I promise.
He's trying to get me 5 stars for Bieber.
Could you imagine that? Just set your homegirl up to bang some fuck. Next thing you know, 2 years later, 3 years later, it's your homegirl that's starting to rate cases.
Oh, no.
Oh shit. Okay, you know what? People, I'm not rude. Okay, I like to make jokes about like cold-hearted situations. Okay.
Mm.
This is just our fun. This is what we do.
Josh, another nickname.
Pawn me off? Nah, I can't pawn you off, Brett. You do it willingly. We know you. Come on. I'm totally playing with you, girl. I wouldn't pawn you off. You know, he'd have to pay a little bit, just a little bit. So you wouldn't be going for free. Hope that makes you feel a little better.
So, Jade, I got a question for you.
What's up?
Who is your favorite from old school rap versus new school rap? Like favorite old school and favorite new school.
See, I never really listened to like too much old school rap, and I'm gonna be honest with it, with that. So if I would have to pick, I would have to go for somebody like old school 50, or personally myself, somebody like DMX. I know he's passed away, so that's a big, like, everybody's gonna say DMX, right? But and you knowing me personally, I really like that gritty, not talking about like, I like DMX's gospel. I like DMX's what these bitches want. You know what I mean? Like, I like that kind of slipping, all that stuff. I don't like the oh, I'm a gangster, you know, like everybody loves Rough Rider. That's a great song and that's the anthem. But at the end of the day, like, I like classic stuff. I like 50s classic stuff. I don't like bottle in the club. That's everybody likes that. I would rather listen to something where 20 people heard 50 on it, you know, and that's where you're going to get the real 50, where he's actually putting in the work and it's not just basic. And I like that kind of stuff, you know, old Tupac, that kind of stuff. But if it was, I guess I wouldn't really have a favorite because I don't really listen to that kind of music. I kind of got into music more so with blues and R&B for myself personally. So if I had to say I have a favorite artist, I would say Robert Johnson, and that's my favorite vocalist. And that's an old, like, 1970s blues player, 1960s blues player.
Okay.
Actually, you know the whammy bar on a guitar.
Yep.
He invented that. He invented the copper slide. So he stuck a copper tube on his ring finger, and he would slide the copper down the strings, and that was his whammy.
Huh. Okay. Yeah, I knew about that because I played guitar. Well, I still play guitar, just not as often. But I didn't know that was the guy who made it.
Yeah. Actually, there's a cool backstory to Robert Johnson. They say in Georgia they have a place called the Crossroads, and if you went from Friday night sundown to sunrise all the way to Monday morning sunrise, the devil would show up on Sunday morning or Monday morning. I can't remember if it was 3 days or 4 days. The devil or his assistant would show up, and whatever you were doing. So if you wanted to sing, you would sing sundown to sunrise on Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night. And by the last night, when the sun came up, the devil or his assistant would sign your soul and take your soul. And in exchange, they would give you whatever you were doing there. So if you were throwing a frisbee and you wanted to be the world's best frisbeer, that's what they would give you. And so that's the story behind a lot of old blues magicians. Is that's what they went with, the folklore of the devil gave me my power. So him and Blind Dog Fulton, two great musicians, um, they were their music is about being chased by the devil and how hellhounds are on their tail, and they lived a boss ass life and they just never wanted it. What they had and what they got, they wish they never ever did, and they wish they could go back to being farm boys and living a normal life. And one day they say that Blind Dog was talking to Robert and he turned away to walk down the street. And when he looked back to say bye to Robert, all that was left of Robert was his straw hat floating down to the porch.
Hmm. Damn.
Pretty interesting. You know what I mean? That backstory alone, even if he went and lived the rest of his life and had kids and a family and did it all, he never performed again. Never did another album, nothing.
Wow.
But I bet you he sold more records in his life being a dead guy than he ever did being alive.
Oh yeah. I bet.
Just cool. You know, that's the kind of music I like. I was always a movie kid, so I like soundtrack music and stuff. You know what I mean? I don't really care for the new age stuff. I don't even have a new age favorite rapper. I can't say Eminem. I can't say DaBaby. None of them, because they all suck. I mean, I'd go watch DaBaby. I love the guy, like, as a musician, but I don't like him enough to be like, yeah, I can listen to him all for 2 hours straight. You know what I mean? I don't have a favorite artist like that. I don't, other than
Yeah.
like
I don't.
Robert Johnson.
I don't have. I like music I can connect with, and I can't connect with any kind of music that comes out these days.
I feel that. You know, I've been listening to a lot of the, because I've been playing like old PS2 games. We were talking about it the other day, and I've been playing this Mafia one, and all it plays is radio songs that were on the radio in the 20s and 30s, right? So it's
Yeah.
all these Frank Sinatra, and you got the fucking Charleston two-step going on, and oh my man, and it's like I'm actually liking some of these songs. They're actually not too bad.
Yeah. That's when you had to play instruments and for years and know the music theory and all that stuff to actually make it.
Yeah, you know, that was when people were real. Like the song you were hearing, that was all voice. There's not much auto-tune that they could do back then.
I don't think auto-tune was invented back then.
Well, they had, because it was going through a microphone, so I'm sure that they had aspects to do EQ or something. You know what I mean? Something like that. I don't know what I'm talking about. So don't hold me to it, guys.
I'm not. I don't know. I don't know that far. What's
Hey,
going on, Yodi?
Coyote! Oh, oh, oh.
I gotta bring him in here. I got some questions for him.
Yeah, bring him in. Bring him in. I was just gonna say that. I just seen him pop up.
Ah, he declined. What the, buddy?
Hunter, join the live and get your butt in here.
Buddy, you're killing me.
If you leave this live now, I'm gonna hunt you down. I know where you live. He left.
He left.
Oh, that's it. I'm going to his house now. Okay, well. Huh. What do we got in here left? Me.
Just you.
Just Brittany. Brittany left on us too.
Yep. So, any
Wow.
final?
Yeah, my final thought is we need to get a girl on our team. She brought all the damn followers. God damn. maybe in total we had the first live was like 6, and then we had 2 or 3 come on for us today. The rest of them are Brittany or me. Oh no, nobody's watching ITM.
I
You
know.
this
So
is a PSA by Jam. Okay, It's not affiliated with ITM. No commercial rights. Okay, stream ITM, love ITM, and give them all your love. Because if you don't, we will show up under your beds in the middle of the night. I promise. And you don't want to see that. You don't want to see that beard come out. Okay, but the beard's out. There's no
yeah,
stopping.
hey, this beard is only growing. It's only growing.
Give him 6 months. He'll be able to hide under there, and you only see 6 inches of beard.
Oh man.
No, man, I really don't got much left to add to this. This has been a great convo. We've jumped everywhere on it. I feel like a lot of the new school could benefit from the old school, and I feel like a lot of the old school don't want to help the new school anymore because too many kids fuck up their money. Too many kids fuck them over. They are too into the trap, and they don't listen to somebody saying, watch your image. Don't go out and get caught with a gun. Don't go get caught with drugs. You know, at the end of the day, most of these guys, I feel like, are only doing it or purposefully getting caught so that way they can have their name in the news, and it adds to their I'm a gangster image. Because I mean, I can be look at all these gangsters that are real gangsters, Bloods, Crips. Do you ever see one of them go live and be like, yo, I just shot somebody? Never. One of these
Yeah.
rappers will go live and they'll hold somebody's chain right up and go, I just had 5 of my team rob you and they kicked your teeth down your throat. And you wonder why you're in jail the next day. Come on. You know.
Yeah. Like Lil Wayne said, real G's move in silence.
Even Lil Wayne, though, that motherfucker, like, he went to jail on arson. He burnt down a whole business he owned. And he burnt it to the ground for insurance. He never got the insurance. They found out that he burnt it to the ground. But he never went to jail for it. Somebody else did. Somebody else went to jail so Lil Wayne could still make money. And he could pay Buddy's bill. It all wraps around. And that's what the new school, I feel, is lacking. Loyalty, trust. Nobody wants to trust anybody anymore because everybody's out for themselves, you know. And we've learned that. We've trusted some people, and it's bit us in the butt. It screwed us hard. And at the end of the day, trust is something that you're always going to have in people when you first meet them, unless you get that bad vibe. And that's where it comes in believing in yourself and trusting yourself, you know, and knowing that fear, if there's fear inside of you while you're doing something that's bettering your life, keep doing it, because that's a good sign. And most people take it as a bad one. They let the fear get to them and they don't push on. And that's the problem with new school. New school is motivation. They get motivated to do something, but then they don't have that, what's it called? I'm looking for the word on the tip of my tongue. They don't have that.
I think you're gonna say something like they don't have the discipline in order to keep going.
Exactly. They don't have that strive to keep pushing on. They get to where they're at and then they're like, oh, one song hit, but one song didn't. Oh, I'm never going to make it. It's like, okay, well, put out another one. Let's see what that one does. Put out 2 more, 3 more. Let's see what those do before you give up.
If you stay consistent, the numbers will keep growing.
Exactly. Right. And look at it comes back. Look at Russ. How many years? I think you've told me before, 10 years or something it took him before one song hit. And then he's shown his TuneCore profits from the very beginning. And he made no money. He lost money, made a couple $1,000s, lost money again on songs. And then he started hitting at 10, 20, 30, $100,000 a song. And that's the gross. That's when what you think and what they want and this and that came out, and it took him 10 years. How many people gave up on him? How many people told him he'd never make it? You
Yeah.
know? But again, that's an artist. That was an artist. He's been an artist, big artist for what, 5 years, let's say now, 4 years. So
Yeah.
let's say 15 years. Let's just say 15, 16 years to be comfortable, right? So that's an old head. That's a guy who grew up and started in the era where you were using FrostWire to get your beats.
Yep. I remember Frostwire. Yep.
Exactly. How many times did I load up my MP3 with a different set of songs? You know what I mean? Like, come on. That was the thing. And that's the difference is these guys had to go out and hand out CDs. They had to go out and physically put posters up in different cities and do these different things to get the promotion. There wasn't an online forum like there is now. And the problem I feel like with it now is the online aspect tends to add to your laziness because you don't have to do so much. You can procrastinate and be like, tomorrow, 3 hours from now, 4 hours from now, I'll do it later. And that's the problem is it never ends up getting done because you push it off so much, right?
Yep.
Old school, I feel like, has a lot more benefits to it than the new school. And the new school is all about the quick dollar, where the old school wasn't about if you made $100,000 as a rapper at an old school, holy shit, you made it. You know what I mean? You made it. Look at groups like TLC. They didn't make a single dollar, dude. They were paying the label to get clothes. They were begging for a raise because they couldn't even afford rent because they were getting screwed that hard back in the day. Now you can't even get screwed that hard. I mean, if you do, it's because you didn't hire a lawyer. You didn't do the due diligence to find out, right? And that comes again with new school. Everybody wants that quick dollar. Everybody wants that 5 seconds of fame. They don't wanna go, oh, I could go 5 years with 1 second of fame, and after 5 years, I'll have 100 seconds of fame. You know what I mean?
Yep. So to sum it up, I feel like we both agree old school is better.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. 100%. I mean, the promoters and stuff, I feel like people like in our aspect are better now. And I feel like back in the day, they were more shady. They took the extra 20%. They took the extra 15, 30% to get that money because they didn't know if Tony was going to hit or not, right? Nowadays, people have so many connections, man, that you shouldn't even be worried because you, as a promoter or as a manager, if you got an artist that's hitting and you promote him right or you manage him right, you'll make money every day, all day. You know what I mean? So
Yep.
I feel like just because we kind of focused on artists, take away the artists, new school wins for even labels back in the day. I feel like they're better now than they were back in the day. People are just more aware of what they're doing.
Yeah.
That's it.
I would agree with that.
Okay, so I guess it's for me it's a 50-50. Yeah, you know what? I'll say 60-40. 60-40 old school for me.
Okay. Well, I think that wraps it up then. That has been the first episode of Throwback Thursday. I forgot the name for a second.
It's only once a month we're throwing that Throwback Thursday. Yeah, we want all them shorties in here shaking rum.
All of it.
We respect women, okay? If you choose to hit us up in the DMs after watching this, that is on you, okay?
All right. Well, thanks for joining me. Let's go back. Let's do it.
All right. Have a good one, guys. Peace out. This has been Jam and ITM. We love you. Thanks for the mad support we got today. And